So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Becklin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We are just getting started. He's had a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
After 5 minutes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He's found a way past. Shevchenko!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Raul. Plays a sharp little ball here. Chiellini. Bale! Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. That's a cute ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ronaldinho. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's played through for him. Look at the space here. Caught offside that time. Valverde. 30 minutes gone. Well, played right into his path. And that's an excellent interception. And he's there to get it away. That is good strength. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's got away. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bale, he's through on goal, and he shoots! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Number 15.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very...
And Shevchenko!
Gareth Bale.
That is decidedly lacking.
Oakland Roots are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Now it's Owen. Threads one in.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that was vital. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
And that is all they have time for. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Milan absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Milan marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break. So, into the second half. Ronaldinho. That is good alertness. Conte. McAllister. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Passes short and sharp. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. De Bruyne. Looking for options for movement. In towards the back stick. And that has been cleared. And it's De Bruyne. He's having a hit! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Ronaldinho. This is a promising build-up. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And yes, it's him again.
Gareth Bale.
Milan are having a ball here. Raul. Conte, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Now it's Bale. Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Ronaldinho. Shevchenko. He shifted it to the flank. And he's cut it out. And And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Substitutions taking place.
And we have our very first corner. Ronaldinho plays it short. Now it's Yamal! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Corner number 2 then. Ronaldinho goes short. Back when it goes. Tries one from range. Oh, terrific save.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
And it's played in here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yamal. And it's De Bruyne. Valverde! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Substitution in progress.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Tries to get it clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. McAllister. That's a good foray he's making. Raul.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Owen. Yamal. Just seeing the board now. It's going to be 5 extra minutes. He is just caressing the ball. Rijkaard. And here's Raul. And this is Owen. Serginho. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So things are underway.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Raul.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said.
The first significant strike. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Knocks it into space. He has a look up and a chance! And he's quick to get rid.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Bale. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Conte. And here's Raul. Rijkaard.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
It's out for a goal kick. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Owen. Owen ploughing through the middle. No foul, says the referee. Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Owen.
Owen clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And Shevchenko!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
That is Conte. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Conte. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Bale. Nice interception, well timed. And the counter is on. Now it's Shevchenko.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that interception was most... And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Milan can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So straight into the second half.
Milan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hazard is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's there to clear it. And here's Lampard. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bale. Now that looks a decent ball. And he was alert to it. Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
That's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Oh, super find. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Raul. Well seen. Saw that coming. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Raul. Good ball, good take. And he whips it across.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rodri cuts it out. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neymar. Great vision. Five minutes left on the clock. Looking for the run. Lampard.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Oh, he's been caught on it! And that is as far as it goes. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Raul voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Celebrating their birthdays today.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm sure this wasn't in the game plan, the idea of defending a 1-0 lead, Peter, from before the break. But I suppose they were never really in danger, so there was no need to disengage the handbrake in the end.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Manchester United against Milan.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, there was a time when broken metatarsals became an integral part of the story surrounding England's bid to conquer the world, and this man suffered that fate back in 2002. And it was a major national trauma at the time.
It was, but such was the presence and influence of David Beckham because of what he did in qualifying for the tournament too, Peter. Captain, talisman, and I'm sure the whole country breathed a sigh of relief when he made the squad.
And without him, we wouldn't have had that dramatic Argentina game.
Yeah, and I guess it was appropriate that it was he who led England through to the knockout stages too.
Played into space. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Bale. He's beaten the last man. And he's quick to get rid. And they've got a throw. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And he's in on goal! It's goal! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
The first breakthrough. And a chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Nuno Mendes. Aimed beyond the defence. Well read, nice interception. Nicely shaped ball. And that's definitely not his best. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
Raul. Silvestre. Looking for the run. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, he's found support out wide. Van der Ven gets a foot in here. And that's played in low. Shoots! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Manchester United. Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A case now of complete control. Passing is crisp and sharp. McAllister stood up well to him there. And for the first half, that is that. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And so the action is resumed.
Milan really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure.
Towering header! No, not the best of headers. Great vision. Rijkaard. Neymar. Raul. Nicely weighted ball. McAllister. Raul. And he's had it nicked away. Beckham.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Neymar. Forlan. McAllister.
The attendance
And it's
for this match
Neymar.
was
Now it's Bale.
71,649.
Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Neymar. Rijkaard. And here's Raul. Good take, and is he in? Oh, nice touch. Cannavaro simply refused to be outdone there. Oh, easy pickings there. Albert Ferrer. Not the most accurate pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that. It's Forlan! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 21.
Manchester United choosing to make the first change. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
That's a cute ball. Now he's off and running. Raul. And it's Neymar.
Milan seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
And this is Owen. There's the shot! And that's a tidy finish. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Knocks it into space. McAllister. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Kante. He can run onto that. Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Owen really looked so good there, didn't he, making his run? Did he rush to finish a bit? Perhaps.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Raul. Now it's Kante. Albert Ferrer. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Owen. Tries to pass it through. Ford shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And here's Kante. Passing nice and neat. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
And if you do have a chance today, please take some time out.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply...
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Now it's Bale. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, what a ball! That's another chance! And he's done it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Los Angeles clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Has a look and place it forward.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Neymar. He's onside. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Can he get on the end of this? Lovely feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Raul. Always goal side. It's Raul! That is gorgeous from Raul! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So they have it. So a temporary halt to the action. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Milan can take heart from the fact that they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
Milan are in! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have...
And it's been given away. And Owen! Xavi Alonso.
Los Angeles really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And this is De Bruyne. He's a sharp little ball here. Crosses. He's rising! In he goes again! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Impressive jump! It's a goal! And again they hit the front! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Oh, important interception. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, shooting chance! They want to be quick to recover this. That's a decent clearance. In towards the backs, and a header!
This is a show of real intent to add another goal to their lead. No hesitation whatsoever.
Neymar. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Raul. Owen. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Van der Ven with the slide tackle there. Milan could be just about done here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on. Los Angeles really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And here's Raul.
There will be...
And there's a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the
shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. So it is something for both.